Welcome back to another edition of Toronto Maple Leafs' latest news. Today we bring you the latest updates on the team's movements, along with intriguing rumors that are stirring up the Leafs community. Before we dive into the details, we'd like to invite you to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Your subscription is crucial to bolstering our Leafs fan community and ensuring you're always in the know. The Toronto Maple Leafs announced on Tuesday, July 2nd, that they have closed a new deal with veteran goalie Matt Murray, bringing him back to the team for another year with a contract worth $875,000. Murray, who turned 30 in May, saw his previous contract expire at the end of the 2023-24 season, and after missing the entire 2023-24 season due to an injury, his renewal brings hope for the upcoming season. On the other hand, the Leafs have also secured an extension for young goalie Joseph Woll. At 25, Woll has signed a 3-year contract worth $11 million, breathing new life into the team. His notable performance in both the regular season and the playoffs against the Boston Bruins adds strength to the Leafs' goalie rotation. Furthermore, the Toronto team has acquired Anthony Stolarz, former goalie for the Florida Panthers and a Stanley Cup champion. At 30, Stolarz brings experience and a solid track record from his time with the Panthers, bolstering the team for the challenges ahead. It's exciting to see the Toronto Maple Leafs invest in renewing Matt Murray's contract, extending Joseph Woll, and bringing in Anthony Stolarz. These decisions reflect the pursuit of stability and consistent performance in the goaltender position, crucial for any NHL team's success. Considering Murray's experience, Woll's potential, and Stolarz's winning history, the Leafs are significantly strengthening their goaltending lineup. I can't wait to see how these moves will impact the team's performance in the upcoming season. The diversity and experience these goalies bring should add depth and security to the team, and I'm eagerly anticipating seeing them in action. What do you think of these moves by the Toronto Maple Leafs? Do you believe that Matt Murray and Joseph Woll will be pivotal for the team in the upcoming season? And as for the arrival of Anthony Stolarz, what does it signify for the team's future? The former general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Brian Burke, brought an intriguing perspective this week by suggesting that the team should trade William Nylander instead of Mitch Marner. Following the frustrating elimination of the Maple Leafs by the Boston Bruins in the recent playoffs, trade rumors started gaining traction, especially regarding Marner. However, Burke, who helmed the Leafs administration from 2008 to 2013, argues that Marner is the most valuable player for the team and therefore, Nylander should be the one considered for a potential trade. Burke revealed his viewpoint during an interview with The Leafs Nation on July 3rd. He stated, "Certainly, with the no-trade and no-move clauses, you can really question the wisdom of all this, but it's a matter of convincing one of these guys to go. I think the logical one to move would be Willie Nylander and not Mitch Marner. If you're going to convince one of them to move, it's not popular, people aren't going to like it, but they're going to understand." According to Burke, Marner plays a critical role in the team, being essential both offensively and defensively. He emphasized that despite fans' recent disappointment with Marner, he remains a player of great significance. "I think Mitch Marner is a very important player on the team. He kills penalties. I know people are down on him right now, but he's a great kid and an indispensable player. They're both great players. I just think that Mitch Marner is more valuable to me," Burke stressed. The contracts of both players are also a key factor in this equation. Marner is entering the final year of a 7-year deal that pays him $10.9 million per season, while Nylander is set to begin an 8-year contract worth $92 million. With no move clauses in effect for both, any trade would depend on the individual player's willingness to be moved. Interestingly, Burke also shared his criticisms of the Leafs' strategy in building the team around the 4 main players: Marner, Nylander, John Tavares, and Austin Matthews. He believes that heavily investing in these forwards was a mistake and that the Leafs should have prioritized investments in defense and goaltending. "At the time when they signed Nylander and formed the Big Four, I said it was a mistake. This model won't work, even with a salary cap increase," Burke cautioned. The debate about dismantling the core of the 4 key players has been a common sentiment among Leafs fans. and Burke seems to agree that it might be time to rethink this strategy. On the other hand, Mitch Marner recently expressed his desire to stay in Toronto despite playoff pressure. "I've already expressed my love for this place, this city. I grew up here and want to stay here," said Marner in May. After being drafted as the 4th overall pick by Toronto in 2015, he has amassed 576 regular season games, scoring 194 goals and providing 445 assists. As a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think Brian Burke's words raise intriguing questions about the team's future. The suggestion to trade William Nylander instead of Mitch Marner definitely made me ponder. Considering Marner's importance to the team, both in terms of skill and commitment, I understand the logic behind Burke's opinion. Additionally, the considerations about the model of building the team around 4 offensive players also make me rethink the Leafs strategy. However, it's hard to ignore Marner's passion for Toronto and his significant role in the team. His expressed desire to stay and his impressive contributions over the years carry considerable weight in the decision. I believe the Leafs are at a crucial juncture where the balance between retaining talent and reevaluating the team-building strategy is vital. The debate about the best path forward will surely fuel discussions among fans and leave us eager to see how the team's leadership will respond to these points. Now, we leave the question to you, Leafs fan. Do you agree with Brian Burke's statements? Should Nylander be traded instead of Marner? And what do you think about the strategy of keeping the Big Four? The contract renewal of Matt Murray and the extension of Joseph will bring good prospects for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the upcoming season, strengthening the team in the goaltender position. The addition of Anthony Stolarz also promises to bolster the team, adding experience and skill. These moves reflect the Leafs' commitment to seeking stability and consistent performance, fundamental elements for success in the NHL. Brian Burke's suggestion to trade William Nylander instead of Mitch Marner raises important questions about the Leafs' future strategy. Considering Marner's importance to the team and the criticisms about building around the 4 main players, reflection on the best path forward is inevitable. The engaging debate about Burke's statements and the team's future strategy will certainly stimulate conversations among fans. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these moves and Burke's suggestions. Do you believe Nylander should be traded instead of Marner? And what are your thoughts on the strategy of building the team around the 4 main players? Drop your comment and join the conversation. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications for more Leafs content.